Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Politics have no relation to morals. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. A prince must be a lion, but he must also know how to play the fox. Men in general judge more by the sense of sight than by the sense of touch, because everyone can see, but only a few can test by feeling. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. Never was anything great achieved without danger. The end justifies the means. War should be the only study of a prince. Entrepreneurs are simply those who understand that there is little difference between obstacle and opportunity and are able to turn both to their advantage. There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others. Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions. One change always leaves the way open for the establishment of others. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I'm not interested in preserving the status quo. I want to overthrow it. It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. There are three kinds of intelligence. One kind understands things for itself. The other appreciates what others can understand. The third understands neither for itself nor through others. This first is excellent, the second good, and the third useless. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. All warfare is based on deception. Princes should delegate their cruelties to others and keep pleasant duties for themselves. God creates men, but it is up to them to choose their own destiny. It is necessary for a prince who wishes to maintain his position to learn how not to be good and to use this knowledge or not to use it according to necessity. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. A prince must imitate the fox and the lion, for the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. War is just when it is necessary. Arms are permissible, when there is no hope except in arms. The fact is that a man who wants to act virtuously in every way necessarily comes to grief among so many who are not virtuous. It is better to be impetuous than cautious, for fortune is a woman, and it is necessary, if one wants to master her, to beat her and strike her down. A prince never lacks legitimate reasons to break his promise. A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when by doing so it would be against his interests. All courses of action are risky, so prudence is not in avoiding danger, but calculating risk and acting decisively. Men rise from one ambition to another. First, they seek to secure themselves against attack, and then they attack others. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves.